I still get very emotional. I have 5 boys, 5 young men. I shouldn't say boys because the youngest one is 20. And at the worst of my mental illness, I left my family. So, and I wound up hospitalized. And the night before I was supposed to go home, they told me that my husband wanted a divorce. My last mental health provider had put me on a drug that was supposed to be monitored monthly with blood draws, and he wasn't monitoring me, so I was lithium toxic when I went in for my first surgery. When I came to Catholic Charities, I was recovering from sepsis and C. diff, and I had just gotten out of rehab, learning how to walk and feed myself and things. I'd been severely ill. I'd been unconscious for over 5 weeks, and my mental illness had not been treated at all during that time due to the physical illness. And they had told my sister that I only had 6 months to live, that my liver was that bad.
I'm very proud, really, of the fact that we have behavioral health programs that we focus on integrated services, which we frankly have always done, right? We look at the whole person. So they may come in through the door for mental health, but there's always some other issues. There's maybe housing, homelessness, there's possibly food insecurity. So we try and provide all those wraparound services. It's part of our mission when we think about, dignity of the human person.
The psychiatrist at Catholic Charities at the time really listened to what I had to say and didn't just rush me through the story. She let me be a person talking to her. They had a self-help center in Burlington, and they suggested that I go because I needed socialization. I needed to be in society. The more coping skills they gave me, the more I went home and would think about them and start applying them. It was like an eye-opener. It was the mental illness that caused me to leave when I left. It wasn't my kids, it wasn't myself, it was the illness. And it was actually acknowledging that, saying that out loud, being that open and crying, and that was the aha that no, it's not shameful. You didn't do this on purpose. You didn't do something bad. Arlene Campbell is the supportive employment supervisor, and one night I was getting dinner in line. We have dinner every Wednesday, and she said, "Would you ever think about driving the van for us?" So she gave me an opportunity to work again.
Jean is a natural. I think she just talks to people like you're supposed to talk to people, like a person. What do you need? What do you want to do? What are you looking to do in the future? How can I help you? She's gotten several certifications through the peer programs, and I just think it's built her confidence, and it's helped her help others.
I was there for about 9 months. They called me into the office, and I'm one of those that when somebody calls me into an office, I'm like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And they asked me if I would go full time.
So PACT is a specialized evidence-based program that works with individuals that have very complex diagnoses like bipolar and schizophrenia. They generally come from they have been in a psychiatric hospital. The purpose, there's a team of people that really manages these cases. We've got psychiatrists, clinicians, case managers, social workers, peer advocates on that team. And that's important because what we try to do with the individuals is keep them out of going back to the hospitals. So managing their medications is essential, and that's one of the prime components of that program.
And then when PACT hired me, I bought my car. So I went through all these different changes, the supportive employment, rapid rehousing, just all these things that were very uplifting. I get so overwhelmed still, like I have my home, that it's mine. Nobody can take it from me. Nobody can, kick me out. Nobody can stick me in a room with no door. Nobody can, it's my home. I can do what I want. Nobody can tell me what to do in my home now. Nobody can call me stupid anymore. It's mine. Some people say, you did the work, you put in the work, but if Catholic Charities wasn't there, I wouldn't know. I would not have known how to do the work. So it was invaluable. I wouldn't be here. It was just my journey of living well and fully with mental illness. And you can do both. That it is possible.